What's going on, GBA universe? This is TheUziGunner here bringing you people the very next episode of Trainer Cards, the show where the background of the coaches that are competing for this season of the GBA are covered. As far as today's episode goes, we're going to be taking a look at a man who has already established himself as a long-time veteran, Gym Leader Geo. So with the formalities out of the way, let's get this show on the road. Gym Leader Geo is a man who made his debut in the Season 4 of the GBA, after being an analyst for the premature Season 3. To this date, it's the only league that he has competed in, and with 4 straight seasons of experience prior to this season, he has managed to attain a record of 26 wins and 24 losses, equating to a winning percentage of 52. Despite what you may see though, it still was more than enough for him to reach playoffs 2 times, and even reach the semifinals once, so props to him. Regarding the type of teams that he likes to use goes, these two would be a perfect example to show for it. The first team you see before you was used in the Season 5 of the GBA, while the second one was, as you may already recall, used last season. If anything, these two perfectly describe Geo in the sense that he's a very huge fan of balance, from wish passers to hazard removal, to some pretty nice breakers and overall momentum initiators, you name it. While I would say that some of his team building style may have changed as the seasons went by, the core concept behind each of his drafts and overall builds have always remained the same. I mean, when you draft Ditto every season, it kinda does speak for itself. But in all seriousness, they are definitely solid and rather extremely hard to break through for each and every single one of his opponents, and for that, props to him again. Throughout his 4 seasons in the GBA, Geo has managed to make great use out of most of his Pokemon, particularly the bulky ones. But as it turns out, the Pokemon that got him the most kills in a season is not a bulky Pokemon, but rather a bug that loves to shove its horns up your That's right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about Mega Pinsir. In the span of only 1 season, Geo took absolutely no prisoners with this monster, as he was able to secure a total of 21 kills and have it die only 3 times, which is insane. Minus the fact that Aerialate itself was much more powerful back in Auras, Geo has been able to use it very wisely because he'd always know how to pick his spot with it, and add that with the fact that his team support for it was simply perfect, he did an amazing job at making sure that Mega Pinsir's biggest weaknesses were never truly exploited in each game, set a perfect game plan to complement it, and basically have it do all the rest. It definitely showed that it doesn't matter if it has a 4 times weakness to rocks. With the right type of team support and the right type of mindset, it can truly be the MVP of your season. And now for the final segment of the video, let's talk about Gym Leader Geo as a battler. First things first, I think it's worth mentioning that there certainly was a huge improvement curve for him. His first 3 seasons weren't necessarily the best per se, as in one instance, he ended with a 4-8 record, which was pretty rough for him. All of that changed though in the Season 7 of the GBA, as he managed to quite literally reverse that record into an 8-4 and made it all the way to the semifinals before succumbing to Lord Envy and the San Diego Gym Chargers. Not only that, but he definitely knows how to innovate at times. I mean, who could ever possibly forget that Caliente sweep he was able to get against Shady Penguin with Sunny Day and Weakness Policy? I sure as hell couldn't. That being said, if there's any sort of criticism that is to be offered to him though, it'd have to be the fact that while he certainly knows how to build and play well, he doesn't necessarily bother to get out of his comfort zone. If anything, he's been sticking to the overall same style of drafting, but most importantly building, which while is understandable as he was able to find great success with it, is also in a sense just as much of a curse, as it kinda does leave him wide open when it comes down to counter teaming. The fact that his pattern of drafting and overall building stays the same, with very occasional flashes of innovation, is what kinda shoots him on the foot and acts as a glass ceiling. Because in doing so, his opponents are able to get an idea of what to expect from him going into their match and devise their teams in such a way that end up giving him a pretty hard time. Obviously, that is not to take away from the fact that Geo is a solid coach, as he for sure knows how to hang with the best of them and even beat the best. Even if he sticks with the same style, he will always go down as one of the rather stronger coaches to be competing each season, which just goes to show his quality as a builder and a player. I genuinely believe that if he works on his biggest weaknesses and takes the initiative to change up his style every now and then, the sky's the limit for him. So yeah, that's basically all there is to it for this episode of Trainer Cards. I hope you all enjoyed, and if you did, feel free to drop a like on this video and let me know in the comment section down below what you think of Gym Leader Geo and the San Francisco Giants. I'm your host, TheUziGunner, and I'll see you all next time. Peace!